There we go. Yo, Andy, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen anybody in a while, but I think it's been a couple months since I've seen you. Icy, what's up, what's up? How you guys doing tonight? Wild outdoors. I'm doing okay. I just got back from warrant officer candidate school. It was probably the worst 2 weeks of my life. I have 2 more weeks to go. I got a 2-week break here, and then I'm going back. But it's going, dude. It's going. Ooh, we're just low. Okay. We'll get it on the next one. I gotcha. Grayson, didn't you say you couldn't hunt or something like that? Am I gonna make the first day of trout? Yes. The first day of trout season is 2 days before I report back to school. I'm not gonna miss it, so I will absolutely make the first day. Then I'm high. That's the way she goes. I don't really want to shoot this arrow. Yeah, so I will make the first day of trout season. I just picked up my my kid rod today. I know you saw that because you commented on it. You know, Grayson, here's the thing. Like, it's all good if you can't hunt. We do a lot of fishing content too, so. It is all good. All right, let's hit one here. It's been like over 2 weeks since I picked the bow up. I don't like it. Whoa, what in the heckening? The knock popped out. That's not what you want. Let's grab that. Those arrows are really, and they're okay, actually. I don't know if I have different knocks for these right here. Fishing girl! What's up, what's up? It happens outdoors. Outdoor adventures, it happens. Well, so I've been away at a warrant officer candidate school. It's like a military school. And basically you work 18 to 19 hours a day. They smoke the living piss out of you. Like I lost, in 2 weeks, I lost 7 or 8 pounds while I was there. You can kind of see it in my face. I'm a little, or my neck, I guess. I'm a little skinnier. I lost 7 or 8 pounds in 2 weeks. Like you run everywhere. It's awful. That's not right. That knot keeps popping out. I gotta glue that thing in. That ain't good. You killed a 167. Whew! That's a hammer. Where'd you kill that at? I'm gonna guess Midwest. That's my guess. That's a hammer. And then we hit that one. Okay. Let's do something else here. Let's do this. Iowa? Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. The Midwest just grows them different. Like we don't, where I'm in the Northeast, I'm in Pennsylvania. We don't have a lot of 167s out here. Uh-oh. That's not good. Something cracked. I don't know if you guys heard that. I guess we'll find out, you know? We shall find out. We're shooting terrible. Let's give this a try. Let's give the old longbow a try. I got you, Jeff. That's awesome. There we go. I have really good back tension on that shot. I felt really good. Felt really good. I'll tell you what, I have way too many projects going on, guys. I have a Euro nymphing rod that I need to build. I've still got hunting to do. I can hunt up until April 15th, I think is the last day of ag season. You need that G8. I've been debating whether or not to sell it. I've gone back and forth a bunch of times. I might end up keeping it now, Tyler. I don't know, we'll see. I go back and forth. It's like a daily occurrence that I go back and forth. I don't want to get rid of it. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It has sentimental value to me, you know? So it's hard to get rid of. All right, let's do this again. I'm just left. That longbow hits hard, dude, and it's so quiet. Ray, what's up, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while, brother. So you guys got to get on Tony, because I've been away at like a military school, and I don't know what he's been doing. Like, he's just been doing his own thing for the last like 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I'm, you know, like, you guys got to get on him, because I know you get tired of seeing me. There we go. Once I get that back tension, man, it rolls. It's so easy to shoot this thing. The problem is, if I don't get that back tension, I have a tendency to pull it far left. You know, I'm only shooting 10 yards here, so it's not terrible. It's 2 or 3 inches, but if I'm shooting 20 or 25 yards, that's when it starts to add up real quickly. And I missed it 1 deer with this bow because of it. But as you can see, I'm smacking that can right now. Can I give you mod? I don't know about that, Jeff. I don't know how many times. Like, I think this is the first time I've seen you. I'm not opposed to it. We have a ton of moderators, and I'll give it to anybody, but I got to see you on like a reoccurring basis, you know? And you have to be a fan of like good brewskis. Or whiskey. Or just alcohol, I guess, in general. That thing's burning. Shoo! Punch those. What is going on? Lord. But yeah, so besides making a fly rod, I've got everything I need to make a bow, a laminated bow. I have a bunch of staves, as you can see, still kind of poking out back over there, that I need to whittle down into bows. I've got so much stuff to do. And then on top of being away for 2 weeks, I got sick on the second to last day of school, so it sucks. I don't like it. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the sage. Give the sage some love. Jeff, I don't need to know how old you are, dude. That's awesome that you killed a 167 and you're like 10 years younger than me, but don't put up age in the chat, guys. There we go, we hit that can. Oh yeah, you definitely cannot drink. And I would not encourage you to do so. So let's just get that on the record right now. We're a little high. Just a little high. That's the problem. So with this particular arrow setup, it's about 22 yards tip on, so I need to be aiming low, but I'm just messing that up. Josh, it's a Pontiac G8 GT. Yeah, if you guys double tap that screen, I'd appreciate it. Ben, what's up? And then I'm just right of it. See, and this is one of the things like I'm trying to work on for next year, going into the next hunting season. Like I'm trying to get at 10 yards, I should have a group like that. So that's my goal for next season. You know, I killed a lot of deer this year, but I missed a lot of deer too, and I wanna drop that number down quite a bit. How'd everybody else do this hunting season now that it's just about over? What I want to do is I want to get back to the longbow, but I think like this one is, I think this is 42 pounds, which means for me, I'm drawing about 48 pounds to 50 pounds, somewhere in there. And that's too heavy. I don't need a bow that's drawing 50 pounds. I need like 35 to 40 pounds. You don't need that much weight to kill a deer. What is my biggest deer ever? Jeff, last year I shot a 118-inch 10-point, and that is the biggest deer I shot. This year was my first year hunting with traditional archery equipment, recurves and longbows, and I took, I don't know, like a 100-inch 8-point. It wasn't anything special. A week prior to that deer, I shot a 125 to 130-inch deer, but I did not recover it. And this was my third season hunting. I've only been hunting for 3 years. So, like for Pennsylvania, I think I'm doing okay, you know? Like last year I took 7 deer, this year I took 5 with all traditional equipment. Like I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's Commodore Holden. There's one. One in the can. Let's bury all 3 of them. Man, I don't know why, like, I don't mean this in a bad way. I love hunting Pennsylvania. If I had to pick between Pennsylvania and Maryland, I would hunt Maryland over Pennsylvania any day of the week. Pennsylvania is nothing special for deer hunting. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of deer, but there's a lot of people too. And the deer aren't any bigger than the surrounding states. There's 2. That's in the bottom of it. We can do better though. Let's get 3 in there. 3 in the can. And then maybe next year I'll go back to using the longbow. We'll see. I gotta shoot. So here's the real issue. When you get into like this heavy poundage and then you're in the saddle and you're in like a weird contorted position, the one that gets me, it's not the back shot where you're leaning all the way around, because you get that full draw, right? It's when the tree is right here and I got a deer that comes in right beneath me, right? So then I'm like, and then I short draw. And that's what gets me every single time. I want to say like 4 out of the 6 deer I missed this year was that exact shot. Put the Aussie accent in there. I don't know, Josh. Oh, it's not touching the can because it's like pinned to the side. So close. I would count it anyway. If I was a broadhead, I'd be in there. But the goal is for next year to like get to the point where I start splitting arrows, you know, I'm that consistent. So I got stuff to work on. I got to work on my release a lot. Jeff, no, I have not hunted with a rifle. I've taken the flintlock out. I took that out once this season. Once? No, I took it out twice. I took the flintlock out twice this season, but I don't rifle hunt. In the 3 years, I've taken 15 deer in the last 3 years, and they've all been with bow, either compound or traditional archery equipment. And then I think next year, Tony and I are going to hunt with crossbows. You know, we actually just watched a live right before I left. We downloaded this live because we want to do some responses to it. But the people out there hating on crossbows is just astounding to us because we're out here doing it with a stick and a string. And like the compound guys are hating on crossbows. And to me, it's like, you're using a crossbow, you know, like the modern compound is not as far off from a crossbow as a recurve is from a compound, if that makes sense. Let me rephrase that. Modern compounds are more like crossbows than a longbow is similar to a compound. Does that make sense? Like, and it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? You know? It gets old. I hate all the hate. I hate all the hate. All the nonsense. Like, people just want to feel better than other people, you know? And it's just not what the sport is about. The sport is about being better than yourself, you know, going out, experiencing nature, and then doing better than you did last year. Like, that's what it's about. At least to me, that's what it's about. I don't like the stupid competition that comes with it from some people. I don't care about, you know, I don't care. Like I chase mature bucks, right? I do everything in my power to chase a mature buck. But at the end of the day, like if it's a 100-inch deer or a 150-inch deer, I'm going to be excited either way. So, you know, whatever. Even does, like a mature doe is so hard to kill. There's one. And that's something a lot of people take for granted. You know, when you start hunting does that are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, they are super hard to kill. These are deer that have fawns every year and protect them on top of themselves, you know. There's 2. All right. The third one is the one I'm going to miss if I miss one. But yeah, so let me take a break here. I'm going to give myself a second, rest up, and then drain the third one. Prime, of course I remember you, brother. Jeff, if you're in the Midwest, man, like if you're shooting a 167-inch buck, I mean, that tells me that buck is at least 4 years old, right? Like maybe 3 if it has extremely good genetics, but probably 4, 5, 6 years old. If you're not killing a lot of does off that property, thank you, Rabbit. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, Jeff, if you're not killing a lot of does off that property, you would probably be amazed at how old some of those does are. And Tony and I have this unique opportunity where we hunt the military base near us, which is, it's public land. You do a class and anybody can hunt it, right? So it's public land, but some of these deer on the military base, they have ear tags, right? So the forestry team keeps up with the deer there, and so we can age the deer we kill. Same with the buck that I shot this year that had already shed its antlers. We took it right to the biologist, and they were able to age it based off the molars of it. Josh, man, there's so much elitism. Like these people just everybody wants to think they're better than somebody. It's just silly, you know? If you care that much about it, just pay the $6,000 to $8,000, go to a high fence spot and shoot a 250-inch buck. Like, who cares, you know? I just don't get it. You have too many poachers. Jeff, we got a lot of poachers in Pennsylvania too, brother. I don't know. There we go. 3 in the can. We got it. Rabbit, how have you been doing? Getting ahead of myself. Let's do this. Let's pull this bad boy out. I want to try and hunt with this at some point. You got 16 squirrels? Dude. I don't know if I've seen 16 squirrels when I'm out deer hunting. And that's saying something, because that's the only time I see squirrels. Where did that hit? Oh, that hit just low. Okay. I got you. I'm excited the weather's finally starting to get nice too. I'll tell you that. And Rabbit, you didn't answer me, dude. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. There we go. Hit the can on that one. I want to try and kill a deer with this thing just because I made it. I might try and put a little reflex in it. I should have thinned the tips out. You can see how thick the tips are. I should have thinned them out a little bit more. You want most of your flex to come from the tips. So I might take a heat gun and try and put a little bit of a bend back into it, a little reflex. But I'm pretty sure this bow is about 35 pounds. Why does Tony never go live? You know, Prime, I've been asking myself the same question. He is actually retired. Like he is done. Full time, he does not have a job. And I don't know where he's been. He's been a ghost, dude. So that being said, like you guys got to get on his case. Comment on stuff. Be like, Tony, why do you never go live? I can't tell you, we both plan on going live a lot more here. So trout season starts in about a week, 2 weeks. Trout season starts in 2 weeks. And then we're going to do a lot of lives while we're out trout fishing. We think it'll be cool. Him and I mean, it's rare for us to not catch like 10 fish a piece when we go out and do some trout fishing. So we're going to try and share some of those tactics with you guys and just help other people be successful. Maybe you guys can get your kids out and help them catch fish. Yeah, Rabbit, I've been away at a military school. I haven't been home the last 2 weeks. I don't know what Tony's been doing, but he's been off doing his thing, so. Just been busy living life, you know? Once you're out of deer season, like it's hard to keep up with everything. We're transitioning into fishing season. Like I know, I just went through today. I organized all my fly fishing gear. It's been busy, dude. It's been busy. And I go back to school in 2 more weeks. So it's been rough. Whoa, the heck of it. All right. So I did just get everything started for my garden this week. I'm sorry, in the last 2 days since I've been home. So I'm excited about that. I don't know about you guys, but I like gardening. You caught a 4 to 5 pound bass, I'm guessing. For the Midwest, that's a decent sized bass, buddy. In Pennsylvania, that'd be a heck of a bass. If you're down south and you get like 20-pound bass, it's not necessarily a big one, but who cares? I'm just high. I'm just high. Those arrows are touching, but they're not in the can. We're just above the can. Once again, I gotta aim about 5-6 inches lower. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna be mad about it. Sometimes you just gotta concentrate on putting a good group in, you know? Yeah, that's a solid group. I'm not gonna be mad about that. You go ocean fishing. We might do some of that this year. I know last year we got unlucky. We went down to the beach for a week and we had a hurricane that rolled through while we were down at the beach. So like the tides were way too rough and we couldn't do any shark fishing off the beach. But this year, I think hopefully, I mean, it depends on where we go. Last year we were in North Carolina. If we just do like a 1 to 2 day trip down to New Jersey, you know, we can do that pretty much any time. So. Rabbit, I am upping my garden game this year. Let me tell you, I'm probably doing I want to do like 32 broccoli plants. You know, a ton of carrots. Probably not a lot of peppers. The problem with peppers is they all come in at the same time and then they don't freeze well unless you dice them up and vacuum seal them, and then you're limited to just whatever you're going to use peppers for that are diced. You know. Yeah, probably cucumbers, probably watermelon, and onions. I'm probably gonna do a lot of that stuff, so. A puffer fish? How big of a puffer fish was it? A puffer fish. And then I might mix it up, guys. I think next Thursday there is a 3D shoot down like pretty local to me. So next Thursday night I might go live from the 3D course. We'll see. But I wanted to do a couple 3D shoots. I know Tony and I are going to make our best effort to go out to ETAR this year. That's Eastern Traditional Archery Rendezvous. It is the biggest traditional archery 3D shoot in the world. So if you guys are out there, you know, meet us out there. I believe it's in July. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd week in July. And then, yeah, we'll be there. It might be August too. I don't remember exactly. But that's the plan. Same size as a head. See, like, that's a huge puffer fish. I'm just amazed you haven't caught like any other ocean fish bigger than that. Like some of the skates I've caught, like the what are they called? Like stingrays-ish. They're called skates. Like some of those I've caught have been giant. And they're a heck of a fight because they just bury into the sand. I'm building my back muscles back up. You're going to Canada, some good walleye fishing. There we go. We're in there. Yeah, like I'm aiming at the bottom of the can, just below the can actually, and I'm hitting the very top of it, so. I'm like shot out already. And pike. Yeah, I forgot about pike. Pike are fun too. They're like they're kind of like muskie or like pickerel. You know, they'll follow in your lure all the way to the boat or the bank, and then you can hit them with the figure eight, and they'll just inhale it right in front of you. They're always pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I think I'm shot out. I haven't shot in a while. My muscles are pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. And tomorrow I've got to I got to go full military, and I got to put the rucksack on and start breaking in these new boots. But anyway, I think I'm going to shut it down. I know it's early. Normally I try and go for an hour, but it's just kind of one of those nights. So I appreciate everybody hopping on. I appreciate all the comments. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Jeff, I know it was nice seeing with you. Rabbit, thank you for stopping back on, man. Thank you for the donations. Like always, you're one of our best subscribers. And I truly appreciate it. I know Tony does too, even though he hasn't been around for the last, I don't know, month. He's busy doing life. But we appreciate you guys so much. Can't thank you enough. And we will catch you guys next time. So thank you again.